Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back. So today's video is going to be super cash. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and unbox my Makeup Geek shadows because they just came in the mail and everybody's asleep right now. The whole house is sick except me. So I'm like, I feel like I'm nursing everybody back to health right now. I swear this always happens. This time of year, I think I bring stuff home from work and then the whole house gets sick. So it's really crappy right now. So I'm sorry if I'm flying through this, if I'm talking really fast. Sometimes always a mad rush to get things done. I'm always, running around the house, throwing clothes in the clothes in the dishwasher. Oh my God, I need some sleep. Throwing clothes in the laundry machine, dishes in the dishwasher. It's just craziness. And then my husband's taking a little snooze right now too because he also has a bug. Man, this time of year is just brutal, but I cannot wait another day to get this box open. So I'll do an unboxing. I also wanted to compare the new shadow formula to their older shadows. I have some shades on the side that will compare some swatches, and then I'll do a quick little try on as well. All right, so let's get to unboxing. I'm so excited. This actually feels pretty light. I know a lot of people are complaining about the excessive packaging. Some of the larger pans were coming individually wrapped, like each eyeshadow was in its own package, but I know not everybody was getting that type of packaging, so I'm curious to see how mine is wrapped. I only got the 9-pan palette. I was thinking about the larger one, but I'm like, you know what? I probably won't use every shade in those palettes. I just have to be realistic nowadays with my makeup purchases. But I have to tell you, it was so fun to pick out these individual shades because each color is so unique in that, like, she'll have a dark brown, but one brown is slightly more warm, then she'll have a cool tone brown. I don't know, every shadow was so unique in its own right, so I feel like the collection was very well thought out. I like that she brought back old shades and added some new ones to the mix. And I did pick up some similar shades that I already had. So I'm curious to see about this formula. All right, so we just have some tissue paper on the top. So like I said, I got the 9-pan, and yeah, each shadow is individually wrapped, but the shadows are pretty thin. Like the packaging isn't too thick and bulky. Here's the 9-pan palette. Feels very light. It's her older plastic packaging. Oh, the packaging is so pretty, really sleek. These are actually her older palettes, which I think is so cool that she's reselling these. These are in the old plastic packaging that apparently were just sitting around. She does have newer palettes that are coming out that are in cardboard packaging that actually look really neat. They're pans that are more spaced out and they have their own little divot, and they have this little tab on the side to make it, easy to pick up each eyeshadow pan. But you have a really large mirror here. So let's open each shadow. Oh nice, the packaging is actually really thin. They feel like little matchboxes. Let's check out the first shade. So the first one on top, is this Illuminaughty? No, this is Legend. It's a really pretty bronzy color. I think this is one of her newer foiled shadows. I did go ahead and pick up some older shades, which I'll swatch my older shades against the new ones, and we'll see how the formula compares, but I don't have this in my collection yet. Wow, this looks so pretty. It's this gorgeous brown shade that looks like it has a ton of depth to it. Like it almost looks textured. Oh wow, that's so creamy. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. It has that like truly mirrored-like effect. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, if they're all like this, I am going to be a happy camper. Wow, that is insane. Oh my gosh. All right, let's check out another foil. This is Illuminaughty. The names are so cute. Okay. So this took a little bit more to build up the color. It's not as opaque as Legend was right off the bat. Sorry, I'm not trying to give you the finger there. Oh my gosh. But still just as pretty. A little maybe less shine, but still so gorgeous. It's such a pretty metallic shade. I like that green shift too. I'm such a sucker for green shadows. I've always been. I think they go so well with purpley shadows too, which I'm such a fan of. So I had to add, my green shimmer in there. I think that's so pretty. Okay, so we'll see Peach Smoothie and Cheetah Bear for the end. They're the ones that are repeat shades for me, and we'll compare those with that old formula. Now let's try out Dark Roasted. Dark Roasted is this gorgeous like chocolate brown, really rich looking. Wow, really soft and barely any fallout in that shade. Really rich in color. That looks really pretty. Okay. It got a little patchy towards the end, but it builds up really nicely, really like saturated and intense. Pretty much right off the bat, just like on the edge there, it faded off slightly. But it looks like it blends out really nice and you can build up the color really easily. Very excited about that. Perfectly cool tone dark brown, which I love. I love that for the outer V on the edge of the eye. And along with a deep chocolate brown, I always like a good cool toned taupe, which this Latte As Usual, that looked like the perfect, almost like mid-tone gray, a perfectly taupe color, which I love as a transition color. I also love transition colors that can double as a contour, which I feel like this would make a great contour shade. Wow, and again, with barely any fallout, maybe a little bit. I'm already getting the vibe that these are gonna have less fallout than the older formula. The older formula seems a lot more soft, but we'll see how the old peach smoothie and Cheetah Bear compare. But let's see how this latte swatches. Yeah, this probably has the most fallout compared to those other two. Yeah, I like that. I like how it's that perfect cool tone color. It looks like it's gonna go really well with that chocolate brown. And then of course I had to go ahead and pick up a deep jewel toned purple. I love a purple eyeshadow. I think my first eyeshadow palette that I ever purchased was from Almay. Do you guys remember those eyeshadow palettes that they were in the shape of an eye, like it had your transition color and then the lid color? But I picked up their palette for hazel eyes, and of course it had all these purple and brown tones in there. So ever since then I always reach for purples because I figured like, oh, I have to always wear purples because Almay said so. But no, purples do really work really well with green eyes, also blue eyes, even brown eyes too. Oh, it's so pretty. It's just deep enough and just bright enough. Like it's not too bright purple. Oh, I love it. It looks like it'll be really complementary with that deep chocolate brown. Ooh, I'm very excited about that one. And then I picked up another purple, of course. This is the shade Whimsical. This is like a gorgeous like pastel purple. This looks like almost a mid-tone, almost in between a purple and a pink. Pretty light. Oh, this is really creamy. Seems like a little bit more flaky than that first initial shade, that Legend shade was. Oh, that's pretty light. I don't know if that's my lighting. Here, I turn my lights down a little bit. Okay, so definitely not as impactful as these first two foils were. Yeah, I don't know, a little underwhelmed by that, but I think it'll be pretty as a lid shade. But I thought it'd be a little bit more metallic. Still super pretty. I think it'll look really nice with that deeper purple. Even as an everyday shade, that could be fun all over the lid, just as a pop of color, but more of like a subtle everyday color. Now let's go in and check out So Pale. This looked like that perfect eggshell color, another eyeshadow color that I love to see in a palette. Not too bright white, but just enough to be able to use it as a highlight shade if you want. And I love a matte as a highlight color on the brow bone. Oh wow, that's really smooth. Now obviously, this probably won't even show up on my pale skin right now. Yeah, you literally can't even see it. But super creamy, and it's actually pretty opaque too. And not much fallout, probably less fallout than this purple Whimsical shade was. So yeah, that's perfect highlight color for me. Very excited about that one. Here's how it's coming together so far. Very excited. I'm liking the color selection. I like how I have a little bit of warmth from that shade Legend, and then I have my cool tone purples. And then the last two shades are the repeat colors. So here's Cheetah Bear here, and then I have Peach Smoothie. Peach Smoothie was like the transition color back in the day. Everybody talked about this color. I think because it works so well with both cool tones and warm tones, it has just the right amount of peach to it. I love this color so much. And then this color brown was one of my go-tos back in the day as well. This color Cheetah Bear, well, actually, this is the new name for it. It was renamed because the old color was named Cocoa Bear, and this was after her ex-husband, so I guess she wanted to rename it. This color combination was my go-to back in the day, and I even used this on a bridal party. Believe it or not, I actually did makeup. The only time I ever did makeup like semi-professionally, I was asked to, was a super casual thing. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous about it. But one of my best friends, she asked me to do the bridal makeup for her sister-in-law that was getting married. And I was super nervous. I've never done anything like this, but I knew that Makeup Geek shadows like never failed me. I'm like, okay, I know if I use these two colors, they're complementary on everybody's skin tone. They blend like a dream. I'm just gonna go with my Makeup Geek shadows, and the girls looked gorgeous that day. I don't think they were my skills. I think literally these shadows are just, like I said at the beginning, they're just so easy to work with. I just love them so much. But I have to say, I give makeup artists so much credit, because that was a nerve-wracking thing. I mean, these are people are, first of all, everybody is so picky about their makeup, and it was this girl's wedding day. Like, you're putting your face is the first thing everybody sees. Those pictures are gonna be around for a lifetime. So, oh my gosh, I was so nervous. I don't know how makeup artists do it. Such a fun experience, but I just don't think I could do it on a daily basis. I think I know myself, I'm such a people pleaser, and if somebody's not happy, I think I would be so upset. Like if somebody complained about the makeup or, oh gosh, I couldn't handle that. It turned out really well, but it was not me, for sure. It was definitely these shadows. But like I said, these shades are just so gorgeous. They work with so many different looks and they're really easy to use. So I knew I wanted to repurchase these because I'm sure these shadows are well expired by now. But for fun, I wanted to repurchase these shadows just to see if I could compare the two. Let's start with Peach Smoothie. So here's the old Peach Smoothie. It definitely has a lot of fallout, but it's pretty opaque for being such a light shadow. It goes on really soft, it blends really easily. And then here we have the new Peach Smoothie. The colors look exactly the same. Let's see how it swatches. Maybe, I don't know, just as creamy, but less fallout. I don't know, I think it's a little bit more vibrant and saturated than the old Peach Smoothie. What do you guys think? Blends out just as good and less fallout. So I think I might like the newer one better. We'll see how they look on the eyes. It looks like the old Peach Smoothie might have a little bit more pink to it. Like the newer one, I don't know, looks a little bit more orangey and warm. So let's see about the new Cheetah Bear. And then here we have the old Cocoa Bear. Here's the new Cheetah Bear. Swatch the old one. Oh my gosh, these are some of the softest shadows ever. Going on a little patchy there, but you can see how easily it blends out. And then here's the new Cheetah Bear. Oh wow. More opaque. Oh, less patchy too. It seems like this blends out a little bit better, a little bit more smooth, a little bit more creamy, and less fallout too. So I don't know, I think I'm liking the new formula. Yay. Well, that makes me very happy. The only thing is I think the new Peach Smoothie, it might be a little bit more warm toned, which I do like more of a neutral color for my transition, but it's still really pretty. I like that it's really vibrant and yeah, it's nice. We'll see how it works on the eye. All right, so I'm gonna go in with Peach Smoothie all over the lid first. I love this color, even on its own. Like, doesn't it gives almost just a pop. It really makes your eye color more vibrant. There's just something about this color. I love it so much. It's just subtle enough, but it's still a pop of color at the same time. I think that's why it's such a popular shade, because it's so unique but wearable at the same time. Now let's try on the other lid. This is the old Peach Smoothie. You know what? This might feel a little bit softer. So Peach Smoothie looks exactly the same on the eyes, new versus the old. The color looks the same. I do feel like the older formula was a little bit easier to blend out because it's so soft. There was a little bit more fallout with the older formula, but I feel like that depends on personal preference. For me, with a transition color, I like a super flaky, soft formula that I can just swipe on the eyes really quick. But look at that pan. I mean, you can see just fallout central there. So the new formula is definitely more creamy, but I don't know, I'm just a sucker for that like soft formula when it comes to a transition color. Now when it comes to a darker shade, I definitely don't want to deal with a lot of fallout. So I'm very excited to see how this new formula performs with these darker like outer V colors. So I'm gonna go in with Dark Roasted on the outer V here. Usually, especially with a darker color, I can tell if I'm gonna like it or not right off the bat, because there's not much you know, forgiveness when it comes to a darker color, but these blend out really easily. So now I'll go in with this Eternally Grateful, this deep purple shade. I'll go in my outer V here. I just wanted to add some more color. These shadows are just effortless. Oh my gosh. Now just going in with a dry brush just to blend those two together, but honestly, they already look really blended. All right, then I want to add a little bit of warmth. I'm going to go into Cheetah Bear and go on the lower lash line, and I'm just going to blow out the color. Did you guys see Marlena's banana eye tutorial? I love that tutorial so much. I always loved that technique, but I never had a name for it. And she's so right, it really does. So the whole idea behind it, you do your crease in the shape of a banana. So you know how at the curve of a banana, it's wider and then it slants down? I feel like that's the shape of my lids as it is. So I really do like that technique with my slightly hooded eyes. It really helps to open up that inner corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that today. I still think my shadow needs to come up a little bit. I'm gonna go back into Cheetah Bear. It works with that cool toned purple because the depth of the shade is a little bit lighter. And that's Marlena's whole idea of this matrix system, which to me, I don't know about you guys, when she first explained it, I was completely confused. I'm like, what? You're trying to tell me that cool tones can work with warm tones? Like how? How does that work? It doesn't make sense. I just added some more purple. I dipped back into this middle shade just to increase the vibrancy of that purple shade. But how well they blend so good. Oh my gosh. These are just such effortless shadows. They're so smooth. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. But anyway, back to her matrix system. I was completely confused. I'm like, you're trying to tell me that oranges can work with purples? Like how? There's no way. She brings out this whole color wheel, and essentially she says that every color in the rainbow can work well together as long as you increase the depth of shade as you're working with these shadows. And it does make sense, the whole concept. I get it, Marlene. They do work because Cocoa Bear does have a ton of warmth to it, and this jewel tone purple it's a cool tone color, and yeah, they work really well together. So the whole concept, it does make sense, and it does make working with colors a little bit less intimidating. So I want to check out this Illuminaughty shade. I think this is such a fun color. I didn't even cut my crease with concealer, and this is going on really opaque, and oh my gosh, you get so much saturation from this. That is so pretty. So normally with shimmers or foils, you have to pack it on the lid, but these are creamy enough where you can glide your finger across the lid and they go on really smooth. I don't even know where the heck this look is going right now, but I want to try this bronze color, that shade Legend, on the outer V. See how these work together. So I just popped on some mascara, a little bit more liner. I love how this look came out. I love the green with the purple, and that little pop of Cheetah Bear brings some warmth into it. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. This whole matrix system did kind of confuse me at the beginning, but it definitely helped me jump out of my comfort zone when it comes to color. And in the end, I'm just excited that I mixed and matched so many colors. Like I love that I have the green in here and then the purple. I love the Cheetah Bear shade. It's like one of my favorites. And yeah, oh my gosh, this Legend color, I'm obsessed. The Whimsical shade I was a little bit underwhelmed with, but in the end I just feel like I have a nice all-around palette. And then I love that I have my everyday tones on the side. As far as the formula goes, a little less soft, a little less fallout than the previous formula, but still just as blendable. I do still prefer my peach smoothie in the old formula, I think because it was so soft, and as weird as it sounds, there was a lot of fallout, so you just blend it literally in 2 swipes. But the rest of my colors, like darker tones and even shimmers, I don't want to see a ton of fallout. So I love that, the formula is a little bit creamier. It'll stay hopefully nice and clean in these palettes. I love that she reused and recycled these older palettes, and I'm very excited to see what's to come. The cardboard palettes look gorgeous, so I'll definitely be picking up one of those. And I just think this whole rebrand was so thoughtful. I love that she brought back older colors along with some new shades as well. So super excited to see what's to come. But I'd love to know from you guys, are you excited about the rebrand? Will you be picking anything up? I know for me, it just sucks. Social media is like my nemesis because I was so excited about these shadows, and then all this drama going around on social media. Of course I saw, I'm in this beauty community, you can't help but see things. As much as I really try and not to look and just to stay in my bubble here, things just pop up. But I hate that all this drama was surrounded by Marlena right now. She is just the sweetest. I've always looked up to her, and I wish her only but success. Do I agree with everything that happened? Maybe not, I don't know. But then again, I don't know the whole story. I hate to even speculate. But in the end, I'm a review channel. I don't want to get wrapped up in the drama, but I want to give you guys, makeup products that you guys are excited about. So let me know. Do you want to see more from Makeup Geek? Are you over Makeup Geek? Let me know. I know for me, like I said, Makeup Geek was always a brand that I was very excited about. So I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, see you guys in my next one. See you guys.